suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, from bias, attachment, and hate. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be king, teacher of gods and human beings, the completely and fully awakened, endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subdued, the shocked. I prostrate, make offerings to the founder, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, gone beyond, the flow destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, supreme guide of human beings to be teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the glorious, subduer, the Shaka clan.
I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge.
To the founder, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be king, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the glorious, subduer, the Shaka clan. I prostrate,
make offerings, and go for refuge.
When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise men, with pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like flawless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one gone to thusness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality. To the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realization, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community and genuine virtue I prostrate. Homage to the supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew, flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all. Subdue the foe of false and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging sickness and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protectors, to tip of this fresh, pure, heaped gird like O Lama Tsongkhapa, Dharma's omniscient king, they come to this place with your desire. In space ahead on lion throne lotus, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread out as supreme merit, feel for my mind. Your wisdom mind sees full range of Noah. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of here and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Not on virtue committed with body, which I have heaped up since beginningless, especially what has contradicted thee. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essence. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your power. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your dharmakayas, pray loose a rain of vast profound dawn on fields of disciples just as the virtue that I fear gather, bring benefit to all beings and may it make venerable song drop essential teachings specially shine forever. Migme serwe chen chen wei, dreame kempe wang po jan pel, tu pung malu jom se song wei, gong chen ke pe su gen song kap, lo sang dra pe shabla so wap. Oh, glorious and precious, pray take seat of lotus on my path, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. Oh, glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha and Bodhimount, together with the monks in a great assembly of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound movement. At that very time, the superior Akshar, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of the inherent existence of the five. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable, the said to superior Akshar, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child the lineage trained who wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Akshar, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of their lineage wishes to engage in perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of the inherent existence of the five aggregates. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characters. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, discrimination, no composition, no factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no mind. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstruction, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three-time inspired mind upon the perfection of wisdom become manifested complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete or the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of the great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequal mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false shall be known. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate para sam gate bodhisattva. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva found perfection. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to Superior Akshishvara, the Bodhisattva the Great, well said, O child, the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and that Tathagata is willing to. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the Superior Akshishvara, the Bodhisattva, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and hope. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places, Dakinis. Tayata Om Gate Para Sam Gate Bodhis. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewel speech, activities such as the four Maras be stopped. May they become inconsistent, may they pass. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shanti, Gloria, Soul, the 80,000 types of obstructors pass, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, happiness, and well-being. Sashi Poki Yukshing Mejo Tramri Rabling Shi Nide Genpati Sangye Shodak Sogi Chonama, Jamchu Padu Dati Gapsuchi, Daki Chonan Keka Sonam, Chola Venture Sunday Du Parsho. Shodak Sogi Chonama, Jamchu Padu Dati Gapsuchi, Daki Chonan
was your day today? Busy? Busy? Relax? Busy always? Good, yeah. Something busy is good. You know, if something busy, your mind just do their things. You know, keep things busy. Then you have nothing to do, then you're just stuck there. Right? If you're a very good practitioner person, good to not busy, then you're able to more practice, more meditation, more study. But for us, not that good. It's me, it's not good. I don't know you guys. Therefore, you say, busy is good. Busy makes your mind more busy what your physical doing. Right? Anyway, it's a wonderful we all have come together here. It's always same is important to good motivation to Tibetan, you know, and Buddhism. Whatever you do, any kind of action, practice, meditation, study, is the Mahayana practice or not, is our motivation. That motivation push for our practice become Mahayana practice or Mahayani. Can we say Mahayani? Mahayana? Mahayanist. Okay? Even the Atisha. Do you know where's Atisha? Do we have Atisha statue? Yeah, this is the Atisha. There who has Marosha there, the red head. When bottom one. Then he was, you know, this side. Do you see? No, that
On the right side of Buddha.
yeah, right side Buddha. Okay? Right side the Buddha. He is from India, from Nalanda Monastery. When Buddha's teaching in Tibet degenerated one time, there are a lot of politics, you know. Then one of the king come to India, is a lot of stories, but just too short. Then he advised for him to Tibet to, how you call, regenerate the Buddha's teaching. Because that time Buddha's teaching, you know, in Tibet, and then all the masters gone, then, you know, like all mixing, you know, it's like a monk or not monk or some, you know, so all mixing things put together. Then the one king, he advised one, then Atisha, Tibet. Then that time in Atisha, and the person said, I am the teacher. And those people has also many non-Buddhisms. Like me, I say I'm the Buddhism, I'm the teacher, I'm the blah, 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 but it's not Buddhism because he or she doesn't have the refuge. Like therefore, the refuge is not hard. Refuge is also your thought, right? Your thought, you think. Therefore, there's a if doesn't matter the Dharma is Mahayana or the Hinayana or Theravada. I don't know how you say. Cousin. Yeah, it's not enough. The teaching is Buddha, Mahayana. More main important is the person being a Mahayanist. Is correct?
The person
The person
being
though
Mahayanist is
more important. Because we recite like refuge or we recite like Harsutra. Is the Mahayana teaching. The who recite more important. The who reciting Harsutra, the person have to be Mahayanist. The Ha is the bodhicitta. The refuge is the lam-membale chebranjeshi, lam-lopale chebranjeshi jamdro, lam-membale chebranjeshi shanchivisam. Okay.
So that which makes a Buddhist path is the refuge, and that which makes Mahayana path is the bodhicitta.
Okay. Therefore, then how we think about bodhicitta, we just always recite in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and what I say, and I take refuge into enlightenment. Then this is the refuge. The second two verses talk about bodhicitta. Therefore, you recite the verses and think about the meaning. Then you become Buddhist, Buddhism or Buddhist? Buddhist and Mahayanist. Okay? Therefore, motivation is important. And in order to benefit all mother sentient beings, I need to achieve enlightenment. In order to achieve enlightenment, I need to study, practice meditation. In order to that, I need to hear Buddha's teaching. Therefore, benefit all mother sentient beings, I am going to study, practice meditation. That kind of motivation, then we do any actions, it become Mahayanist practice. Okay? Therefore, very important. Then, Atisha, when he come, he talk like that. Then who it recalls for Atisha, give the teaching. He said, I'm not looking for the very fancy, like big tantra sessions, something like that. To easy, short, all the Buddha's and essence of Buddha's teachings include that text. Then he teach for the lam-rim, I don't know, or English, what is the lam-rim? Lamb of the path. This is he composed. Then India tradition, then in order to you need to publish that, you need to prove for all the Nalanda monasteries, Nalanda Pentateuch scholars. Then he write the Lamb of the path. Then he sent back to the Nalanda. Then all the scholars check, how he's writing. Then everyone's very surprised. With Atisha, if he stayed in India, he doesn't compose this text. It's good for he went to Tibet. Now we able to also see this text. Like that is a very famous, very essence teaching. Then this is also root text of the lam-rims. Last couple years ago, in his own Dalai Lama give the old transmissions, lam-rims, like teaching Jeda Chubjero. Jeda Chubjero. Really? No, I think Jeda. Really? So His Holiness give the 1808. Do you remember? He gave the teaching in India couple years. Around.
He gave teaching on all the lam-rim texts.
It's 18.
All the lam-rim texts, like 18 lam-rim texts.
1808.
I don't know. I know it was 18, but I don't know. Don't quote me
the ordination, the great lam-rim, the middle lam-rim, the small lam-rim, or so many different, liberation of Pongka hand, they're all different small big ones. Like he keep the commentator for all of the lam-rims, like 3-4 years. He give every year a little bit. Like that, lam-rim is very important. Therefore, this main part is motivation is very important, okay, always. And then purpose to study or practice Buddhism is to, I think there are, temporary goal and ultimate goal. I think ultimate goal is to achieve enlightenment. I think temporary goal is to, when we have some difficult situation, to think about Buddha's teaching. Buddha example, like Buddha's teaching says, everything's impermanent. It's very easy for all of us to say, but very difficult to really happen, the practice, right? Therefore, it's possible to anything happen. We need to prepare for our mind. Impermanence is very, very good for practice for all our daily life. Usually when sometimes we have things to do, we think this is like impermanent, right? Never change. If something happens, we very start, wow, what happened? This, I don't want like that. But this shows impermanent. One day is very good, everything's perfect. One day is very bad, everything's good, done. Sometimes, when we have something going wrong, then everything is going wrong, right? Everything come together. What's going on? Sometimes we have things going well, everything go well. Whatever we do is good. I think this is true. Everything go well, everything go wrong, but we have something wrong, things going wrong with us. Then very easy for destroy our mind. The very small condition makes our mind just destroy. Therefore, the outside conditions, not their worst, but our inside in the mind makes me more this things wrong, right? Therefore, we feel everything is going wrong same time. Yes, maybe it's true, but on one hand, maybe not true, because we put more spicy. Then, they become more spicy. Okay? Therefore, always think about impermanent. It's very good practice for our daily life. Like this country, we right now, 21st century, special year, everyone's very stressed all the time. Right? Then nothing grow. So, then boy, but then Matawara. Not Chidewa. And then Danyelaya, Radanyelaya. Then boy, but yeah. Certainty. Then nothing to certainty. Right? No certainty. Friends, enemies, world, any kind. Right? If nothing to permanent. Everything is impermanent. Like morning your best friend, the enemy became their worst friend, worst your enemy. Morning your worst friend, maybe evening become best friend. Right? Therefore, this is happen every day, right? We can see things that nothing to 500 years ago or there's something happened. 200, not like that. We are always, especially this country, always has happened. Right? Like, if I'm a very bad person, maybe say about, like this country, the marriage also always change, always happen. First we say, okay, well, if I'm not married with you, I cannot survive, I cannot leave this place. I want to die. The one day say, I don't want to see you anymore. See, you come to see me, I'm just going to, better to die, It's the same person, right? But this happened. Nothing to person. First, the attachment will cover for all the bad qualities. Attachment. Then your attachment will go up. Then all the bad qualities come up. Right? Usually we didn't show when we go out. We don't show our bad things out, Even you're not very happy, you don't want to smile, you just try to smile, right? Our inside we don't show. There was attachment, just put the cover, everything down there. Then, one day show up, then everything's just bump. This is not something wrong for us. This is the nature of the samsara and nature of the power or quality of the ignorance, right? Delusions. If we really know that things, then when we have some difficult situation, I know this happened, this is, something to prepare for our mind. Right? Are you guys prepared already? Therefore, Buddha's teaching says, if something wrong, not too stressed. Something very good, don't be too exciting. They will know all the time. These things, like this is a reality, but it's very hard to say things, it's very hard to do things, okay? But just remember things, okay? Okay, maybe I'm not talking too much. Okay? Then we do a little meditation. Can you give me the book? Okay, yeah. Okay? First we do the meditation, your daily life, every day. When you have time, most people are maybe the shy room, shrine room, right? Shrine room, shrine. Who's you're English teacher, right?
I don't teach English.
Yeah, shrine room. Shrine room, when you go to shrine room, to invite for all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all the holy beings, Sometimes, there are so many different ways, but, you can, okay, Buddha Shakyamuni here, there, Manjushri there, Buddha, that's very complicated for all of us. Whatever when you alter, I'm sure you have maybe some Buddha's image, or maybe Tara image, any kind of image you have. This is the like man. Then you can visualization for all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holy beings like around that. Not just in the picture, the real like living Buddha, like smiling. Just if hard to smile, just not to get mad, just looking for smiling something. Okay? That then all of them also, whatever you, it's not, they're all looking for you, like looking like smiling. Then around you also all the Mother Samshin beings. Then you can visualization, then you can recite whatever you do, because the power of the ordained merit field is very good, important. Now today, these days, we go into the lam-rim meditation. Then when you visualization, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they're all holding same text of what we use this place. This is what page number? 119. And then usually when the Kadamba masters, when they're teaching, usually they teach it maybe like one verse. Then students have to meditation days, days, days. Then the student also like give the exam for the teacher. Okay, I meditation that I feel like that I have like this kind of, I call realization like that kind. Then teacher say, oh, this is correct, oh, this is not correct, you need to like change it like that. Then you are good, then they can move the second verse. They not just do like that. One way of the lam-rim teaching, they do like that. Then another way, you memorize all the outlines. The great lam-rim has lot of outlines, right? Then they memorize all the outlines. Then you meditation. Okay, like first that, talk about that, second, talk about like that. We call lam-rim shargam, I don't know English there. Glance meditation. Like do that. But the great lam-rim has so many outlines, then we are just confused. Now this one. Foundation good qualities. Very short. How many verses this one? 14 verses. Very short. Also, all the Buddha's teachings, lam-rim teachings in here. Therefore, you can, when you like recite first verse, it has to include all the Guru devotion. If you're good, you can usually read the whole the lam-rim about Guru devotion, then recite. When you recite this one, first you recite, then meditation Guru devotion. 5, 10, 20 minutes, maybe 5 seconds or even. And then you have some, usually they say you have some feeling. I don't have some feeling, maybe you have, do you have some feeling? Then you have some, then you just move then the second one. This is one way. Then also we can how to recite the verses, you memorize for the meaning. Can you do that? Right? You memorize the meaning, not verse. You can do that, right? Which one easy? Which one easy? Yeah. Therefore you can memorize the meaning, then you don't have to recite the verses. Then just think about one by one, Example, you have kitchen. Do you know where you knife? Which door you spoon, which door knife, which one the spices, which was cookies, which was the rice, which place that. Like that. They say, okay, for the good devotion, the good devotion, then perfect humor, then the dead imperfect, You memorize that, then one day you can hold lam-rim, like 1 second you can meditation. But that we have to do every day, then we can do for the, I call like more familiarized, okay? Then same as before, we recite for each verses. There are also 3 different ways to meditation, right? First, visualization. This is what your request for. Please, Buddha, Bodhisattva, give me blessing for what? I want to get very great Guru devotion. Karo, ro. Yeah, to get the realization of Guru devotion. Please give me that. The force, all the nectars come from that. Before hit you, they together, then they put, you purify all your negative karmas. The secondly, particular negative karma for something to block your Guru devotion. The third term, you have the realization for the Guru devotion. You feel happy. It will not take too long. The second also same as okay, then I want to realization for the perfect human rebirth. I want a realization for the dead impermanent. I want a realization for the renunciation, like that, right? Okay? Then Mary I will mention you, front of you, Buddha Shakyamuni, here like with the Lama Tsongkhapa, whatever you comfortable. Around there all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they're very smiling. They all holding on the front that small table. They put the text of the foundation good quality. Now around us also all mothers and Simpics. Then we recite the fourth verse. Then meditation may be 1 minute for each verse, okay? The foundation of the good qualities, kindness, perfect virtue, correct him the root of the path. Okay. Now meditation, same as I mentioned before. The blessing come from all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. They hit your body, purify all your negative karmas, come out the black liquid, go underground. Again, the second one, blessing, nectars come from Buddha's Bodhisattvas. Reach your body, particularly the negative karma blocks, obstacles your good devotion. Then third realization, nectars come from Buddha's Bodhisattvas. Reach you, your realization, great devotion. Try to happy, peace, relax. The second verse, understanding of the perfect form of the path. Great memory of Lord. Please bless me for Janmat motivation. Same as before. It's page 121. Next, this love is the improvement of the water bubble. Remember Kurukulla Center. Same as before. Next, finding from this difficult commentary with this love. Please bless me both with your much. Next, seeking samsara, pleasing for the dog, fulfillment, to be like please bear me, vision for devotion. Next, led by this forward through my father's investigation, the root of the teaching for the keeping of please give me the next, just as I have the friends of religious in samsara, so that all other beings with religion, please grant me to see this sensation, conversion, next, even if our spiritual Pirichida cannot pass the three forms of qualities, I will not issue enlightenment, to which I shall return. Next, one I will visit which two long object. Okay, 당가서 신의 고민이 돼서 가장 검사인 봤어.
So now, excuse me, now we're going to do the meditation on calm abiding.
단 남주나 가서 당기 가서 단 소식이 쌓다 요왔어.
So usually, we visualize the merit field, right? When we do
근데
meditation.
아니 다 소수급이나 조급이나 아니 산지 좀 되게 제와나래 지름보 제와나 가래 제와나 아니 다 짐바도 차서 될라 통고고 이랬어.
And so, so whatever the main deity, that the object that you're visualizing, whether it is Buddha Shakyamuni or Lama Tsongkhapa, then all other deities and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, everybody, all the other beings, dissolve into one, like into one Buddha Shakyamuni or into one Lama Tsongkhapa.
아니 tinjigi 아니 매력 도대 아니 소수 짜벨라마 봤던 거 그랬어.
And then that, that main figure also dissolves into one's root guru.
어 tinjigi 아니 소수 짜벨라마데 아니 소수야 고토라츠 요네 텔라야 딱가 마토바데 식소 식요 섬베텔이 삼다.
And then that, one's root guru, you invite or invoke, on top of your crown, and then, request, to be seated there for eons, until the end of the samsara.
어 tinji지네야 땅은 소시 들라고 때 소시 들라고 그래.
And so that is what we call the dissolution, or dissolving the merit field.
야 대전에 야디 소수 짜라면 소수라 마틈시 아니 소수야 찍다. 그리고 니가라요. 좀 되게 좀 당다져 요레스.
And then also that root guru, dissolves into oneself, or becomes smaller and smaller, and then enter into one's body, and then dissolves into one's heart.
진짜 안에 수수고 짜요라마도 간지 내가 지주도 찍고 그래.
So anyway, the most important being is one's root guru. That's what one should consider.
그래서 나 안에 사제도 샤주 선배기 셜럽다 니바다 안에도 여바나 수수 짜요라마 매바였나 아니 디바르가 가서 다시 가고 디발라 인데 와칭하다 외워 말해.
And so like one's guru, is like the agent, that brings all these knowledges, the realizations of the Buddha, the blessings, and all everything of the Buddhas is brought to us through our guru. So without a guru, we will not be able to receive any of those blessings, and knowledges, and so forth.
오케이. 어디 다 가도 되나 다 가도 샹치고 있으면 다 들려야 샹치고 있으면 이제 다시 내 검사를 돼 왔어.
And so last time we talked about bodhicitta, and then we came to the to the section where he was talking about calm abiding, right?
아니 샹치고 있으면 몇년 받아 샹치고 있으면 고뇌 배워 냠내다 벌써 조금 냠내더란 봐.
And so in order to not decrease the bodhicitta that you have already generated, or in order to increase it higher and higher, you have to engage in the practice of the six perfections, right?
파신도 가로.
So what are the six perfections?
Got it? You want got it? 어떠서 맞아와치다 아니 야보여래.
So yeah, try not to forget those.
아니 뒤에 나네 다 간다나 아니 파신 두와이나 나왔으면 안 되고요. 나왔습니다.
So the six perfections, when you combine them, they can be combined into the three trainings, right?
그래서 나왔으면 냠내다 땅금도 요놈에나 차대요.
And then the practice of the three trainings is they all we have.
간지 수수고 샘 묘모의 장화든 좀 맞춰와네 샘 송에도 좀 라바 차대요.
And so the practice of the training of morality, is the one that observes one's mind, protects one's mind from wandering into non-virtuous actions.
아니 수수고 샘 헬레 소 템보 아니 다시 장애디 아니 띵이도 차대요.
So that which keeps one's mind calm and stable, is the training of concentration.
아니 텐데기 지하다 다가도 즉 삼에 드라마에 되면 셔럽기야 아니 지금 니바도 셔럽기 삼도 따위 돈에 레니가 넘어지면 셔럽글로리도 고요래.
And that that which we contemplate should not be just like without any purpose or reasons, but should be something that has been analyzed through all the reasonings, logical reasonings, scriptural supports, and so forth.
배신한 감도 강바데 나고인 바치 단데랑 감도 심마 로인도 그네 라반밀 로코인 라반도 진 기대요나 그 록세워 요와이나야 그 야본 통고 말아 그 라바 템보메가 있다.
And so, for example, if this room is completely dark and you have a flashlight in your hand, but if your hand keeps moving or shaking, then even though there is a light, which illuminates the darkness, but it's still, the vision will not be very clear.
텐데 인자 텐데 아니 라바 템보 요와이지 아니 록야 보지 요와이나 아니 비 강한 통고 따방 통고로 봐서.
So if you have a good light and then stable hand, then whatever you have to see, when you light on that, and you'll be able to see it very clearly.
텐데 인자 아니 레니 남반집에 셔럽되어 왔지.
And then also you need the wisdom, that analyzes or that understands, the differences between what is good and what is bad.
대 록사워든 배치 바리다 록사워든 배치.
So that is like the clear light.
그리고 아니 텐데기 아니 셔럽 남반집 올로지나야 샘 템보야 되면은야 배도마 대대마저 다 록슈 작반 중에도.
So even if you have that clear light or clear lamp, but if you don't have the hand, a stable hand, then you will not be able to see it. So like that, you need a stable mind or concentration.
그리고 대응도 라반 템보송도 배치 통도 와.
So that's like the stable hand, the mind.
아니 드니가 여와나야 소수고 샘데 다보자 마다와지 레닝 넘버 순전에 소 마다와이나 아니 샘요 모션 로샤 대 세시대 변한 가지고 타파 대상가도 가지 짝 타바도 비 배나 랑보신다고 나 타바 슈슈 고 따셔는 좀 로토 뭐라 되나 지금 샘도 실로 만들어 제대 아니 좀 나와도 고요래.
And so even if we have those the wisdom and concentration, but if we don't observe our mind properly, then and let it go just wherever it wants to go, then it will be distracted, then again we'll not be able to have all other knowledges or other realizations, right? So just like if you want to have an animal like an elephant or a horse tied in one place, then you have to have a strong rope that ties to it. Otherwise, if the rope is not strong, then it may break and go away and destroy the places and so forth. So like that, you need the mind, the rope of the mind, to keep your mind tied into one place. So that's the morality.
오케이. 어디지 다 가서 가서 신의 때도 고민 봐. 다들 신에게 네 지가 아까로 다 내려고 년보 가로 다 특도 잡았어. 예방아 본 대신 봄에도 예방아도 어떤 대신 가로 가서 진짜 때때 체험바이나 다도 저도 지 세워도 제오거나 아니 나 람-rim 만들어봐나 람-rim 뺏어오요래. 다도 저래 쉬면고 진짜도 야 대신에 때도 고마이다. 다 제가 벤색에서 나와서 내 고마데 벤색에서 나와. 소소 나는 파도 공부해요. 와.
And so last time we did a little bit of calm abiding meditation, right? So trying to just focus on one object, whatever object that we choose, just focus on that and not trying to think of anything else, right? And so the way to achieve calm abiding is through abandoning the five faults and adopting the 8 recognitions. And so we don't have to go through all that again, but it's important to know those and then go back to your room and then practice those.
Okay, 당가서 때도 검자다. today can you bring that statue, Jennifer? The Buddha one. Yeah. 뭐다 내고는 다 수준 내 주보 삼로다 믹 내렸다 삼로 내렸는데 딱 가서 가마 주정가 돼야 인다스. 너 주로 나 수준 날 내치고 그래서 수준 날 단단 제대 수준 날인데 챙에다 빼대로 지금 남죠.
So here we're doing just some practice here, and then you go back to your room and then keep on doing it again and again. And so now you're going to concentrate or focus on this statue only, nothing else. Think of nothing else, just this statue.
담보로 보면 올라 섬도 담고 간지지와 근데 마 차진데 주보라 섬 담고 그래.
So just think about the statue itself. So you can start with the smaller part first. Just start with the head, and then move down to the shoulders, arms, chest, belly, and then down, and then try to go back again, and then down, and then try to, increase the space, and then eventually the whole statue.
Okay. 아니 야 롤 마시는 야 먹다 야 먹맞좀 야 먹다 먹좀 거 그래.
So if your the visualization is not clear, then open your eye and then look at the statue, and then again close it, and then try to see the statue with your mind, and then if becomes unclear again, then open up your eyes and look at it, and then close your eyes, and then visualize that. So some people, if they close their eyes, then they fall asleep. In that case, it would be good to keep your eyes open.
Okay? Okay, now start. How is it? How is it? It's walk?
So that's how you meditate on calm abiding. So you just focus on one object, and you have to get used to it. You have to get familiar with that. But how do you get familiar with that? Is by doing it again and again, repeatedly.
Those in a Suzo Kamani, some Sina, the Reggie Gomjana, Gom chapter, the powers, yes.
When I closed my eyes, I couldn't see anything.
That, you touch them, touch.
Yeah, in that case, just open your eye and look at it, and just keep on looking at it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 다 가서 나가도 신에 사다 다 간지 들이 곰잡로 다 간지 개비미 발라 실라지는데 샘치 뜨지네 아니 시카로 냠바샤네 아니 리sem지 대화 처바진까지 내 쇼마냐고 수수질라 리다 샘지 대외 소원을 셔와나 나도 가로 레고서라와.
And so by doing this kind of meditation, when you feel that bliss in your body and mind, that you have never felt before, and that is some kind of sign that you are developing some kind of some sort of calm abiding.
간지 들리면 나도 마스 오마스데 뚜뚜뚜 나는 마스지 동영 거지. 전도 하고 그랬지. 말 오마 가는 거 하고 그랬지. 하고 그러.
So like if you keep on stirring or churning the milk, keep on churning and churning, then the butter will come from that. You know that, right? You know how the butter comes.
Do you know? Have you made butter? But you know, right, how to do it. Yeah. Today that is tambo omako omare ngam mario ke so ka dem da ina ko tu na kala kala marse chi toyang do was. Tanda ngam de gomnya so ke leg mu da ta te to ka ina ina ni gomja biola gom na ra para to bang so gomja gao shu cha ga sar ba. Today chene kanji nge shomanya suzu li dan semla chi dewa manda wa nge shomanya yong go te yo na kanji sem de tembo ya wa cha go re chene la ta ni wo chong go.
So the milk, when you first look at it, you don't see anything, no solid stuff there, right? But if you keep on stirring or churning it, for a long time, then you get butter from it. So just like that, if you keep on meditating on your mind, on your object with your mind, then after some time you feel that ecstasy or the bliss in your body and mind. And so, so that, of course, you have to do it. You have to keep on doing again and again, and then eventually you will get that. So when you get that, that's a sign that you have some kind of realization of calm abiding.
Okay? 당당한 소스 켈렉마다 대 고메나디 고마텐데 요살텐데 용고 요살다.
So right now we don't have any, we don't get any kind of, like that kind of any kind of feelings like that. But if we keep on meditating, then eventually we'll get it.
다 텐데게 이찔레면 신에 접선나 아니 이 강갈레면 답도 쉬우 접고 살아와 가령 무무에 살아와.
So whatever object that you choose, to meditate on for calm abiding, it doesn't matter. Once you have accomplished the calm abiding through that object, then you can shift, to any kind of object, and then you'll be able to focus on that object without any problem.
다 텐데지네 다 텐데 담이 베토나 소소 또 베시랍지 아니 제 아니 답변에 이찔레면 덴바트마타 제지 아니 젠다다 녜시 녜비 다 가리 제변탈 아니 징게시 단들이 누구들이 렌두스 녜시 녜비 냠바 텔라샵에 아니 젠조 순주 제발라 때네 야 리심 시장 대와 나래 라바지 제거서 와시.
And so if you analyze, on the object like a phenomena or a person, and see how it doesn't exist from its own side. So when you analyze on that and with all these reasonings, examples and so forth, and then you come to finalize that there is no self exists from its own side, and then you just place your mind on that, conclusion, and just keep on meditating on that, and then you also through that, you get some kind of blissful feeling, in your body and mind.
베나 단다 산제 고도바 담보춘도 셈데 빼 템보 제마라 고셈 템보 네트워크 바다 네 네트워크 다 되네 다 네가 랑실라 바 제와지 다네 랑실 제네 다네 파드 간지 다시 제베잖아 아니 또베 떠바다는도 셈뱅게시 텐디니네 텔라테니 냠바전에 야 당연하지 리듬 시정 대화 쳐지나 안에 lang동에 동도 들어와.
And so earlier you meditated on calm abiding using the Buddha statue as an object, right? And so you meditated on that, and then still as you gain the realization of calm abiding based on this object, the Buddha statue, and then now your mind is very stable on the statue. You're not distracted by anything else at all, and you're just focusing on the statue of Buddha. Now you can think about the statue of Buddha, and you only think about the statue of Buddha, and then you can see how it is, when you look for the statue of Buddha, which is the statue of Buddha? Is it the head of the Buddha statue, or statue of Buddha, or the body, or the leg, or which and then you finally come to realize that there's no statue of Buddha exists from its one side. It's all labeled by my mind. So you can use that, right? So because your mind is very stable on the statue, now analyzing with that becomes very easy. Your mind will not be distracted. Even automatically thinking something else, then again you have to bring it back. It doesn't have to worry about like that. So your mind is fixed on that, so you can analyze very easily on that. And then you come to the conclusion that there is no statue of Buddha exists from its one side. It's all labeled by my mind. And then you come to fix on that thought, and then that's called the unification of calm abiding and special insight.
그리고 아니 제조 수는 대화라 때내 양 리듬 시정의 대화 당연하지. 깨고서 당가도 냠냠매도 하고 뭐도.
And so again, through that, the unification or combination of calm abiding and special insight, you generate some kind of bliss in your body and mind. So that's through the unification of calm abiding and special insight. Of course, we don't have that experience, so we can't tell exactly what kind of feeling you get.
It's okay. You can turn off. You can off. When that is hard to turn off. It's okay. It's okay. 개상한테 부모지 두소. 옛날 그 부모지. 뭐 뭐니 지금 신의 똑바로 거를 세다다나 지금 요선으로 시켜도. 그게 샘tempo 쇼지 돼요, 설 때.
I came across with this Vietnamese girl, the way she talked about this subject, topic on calm abiding. She talks in a way like makes you feel like she really has some kind of some level of realization of calm abiding.
간지 신의 매완의 배나 뭐보다 곰도 자와나 이질면에 뭐 이런 뭐 대통 것도 되네. 이런 뭐 대화나 아니 간지 sem나야 좋아. 그리고 이모션 내용도.
And then she said like she can focus on an object for a long time, and then after some time focusing on an object for a long time on the same object, then she starts to get some kind of emotions.
너도 telleg면도 레겐도.
Do you get emotions when you focus on the object for a
간지
long time?
들리다 초 말하고 있지고 다때 뭐 랍주다 따다에는 간지 뭐지 또보 말했지 지어서는도.
So I don't know if exactly like what is explained in the text about the emotion or the feeling of the bliss in your mind and body, but looks like she does have some good experience about that.
간단한도 간지 둘다 샘디 제에 또바데 제라 제요 땡데 인사테.
And so definitely if you meditate on that object for a long time and keep on meditating on that again and again, then definitely we'll be able to gain some level of realization.
근데 지나도 샴바다 니제도 샹지부생의 팬도 근데 선도 샘에 초 팽도 팽도.
So when you think about the benefits of loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, do you get some kind of good feeling in your mind?
간지 지나 저도 다 남비추 저도 생각 팽이 돌란 저도 팽이 돌라 그러고.
So if you are asked, does Buddhism help your mind? You say yes, right?
다 간데게 팽이었나?
How does it help? Huh? Subdues it?
간지
Same duachi.
간지직 팽이도 간지
So yeah, it benefits in some way, right?
대 영화도 지난 게 로종 데블로주 영화도 지난 뒤 된다고 써놓은 내용도 왔어.
So that comes, through not just by reading the book, right? By contemplating on the meaning of the teaching, right?
Right? What do you think? You can read one all day like Pandara Paramita, all day recite. One day you meditation all day. Which one more benefit? Which one makes more you? I don't know.
More beneficial.
Yeah, I think this. Yeah, His Holiness always say like that. Maybe you rest like 2 hours, the better to 2 hours to meditation, the meaning. Then this is more changing your mind. But this is really, His Holiness always, we say the problems we have not meditation, therefore we don't get any realization. We know that we don't meditation, therefore we try to meditation a little bit. In order to meditate, we need to be stable mind. In order to that's best to come a body. When you come a body, then you can, do anything you want. Okay? 오두 전에 간제 네. 단 네게 신에달 한동 거대 다 람-rim 침보도는 빼면서 이제 보여래.
And so, about the calm abiding and special insight, if we go into the text on the great lam-rim by Lama Tsongkhapa, it's very extensive explanation there.
단 니엘 닝헬랑 가서 가르쳐야 다 골마 가르쳐야잖아. 골마 가서 가르쳐. 고수는 내 맛도 가서 가르쳐라고 했잖아.
So from the beginning of this text till now, what have we talked about?
당보들랑 가서 치시해 봐.
What did we talk about at the beginning?
신이들 시해 봐.
Guru devotion, yeah.
아니 이바드 가르래.
Then,
숨바드 가르래.
then,
대주 가르래.
then,
되네?
renunciation, ngejung,
되네?
then, morality,
아니? 가지 녜주 상집선 또 강시 해 봐.
so renunciation, bodhicitta, all those, right? We talked about.
그리고 안에 되네 가서 오늘 나왔음 시해 봐.
Then what? Morality, right? The 3 trainings.
다 디고다 디고도 진다. 토모람 좀 내대 저와나 대화근이 조제도지데. 가서 지원 중은 담아 대라니도 좀 하신지 로스타 딩에다 차상을 토모람 좀 라기 그래.
And then, so up to that, right? So up to that calm abiding and special insight, right? That we talked about already, right? So all those are what? Common path, right? Those are all the common paths. So commonly practiced in both Sutra and Tantra, right? So like this is, once I have pacified desires, wrong objects, and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream, the unified. And after that, then having become a pure vessel by training in the general, or I said common, but it's a general here, common path. Please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. And so the common one is up to that, so up to the calm abiding and special insight.
오케이. 단대 나도 내가 제오스케 셰오시 신기메다 간부 셰오시 나가도 저런 편도고 말해 들어와.
And so up, from here, it's talking about the Vajra vehicle, right? So of course I don't have knowledge myself, enough knowledge. But even if I do, even if I were to explain, it will not be of much, understandable.
오케이. 드리다 안은 동안인기 람라 메드머르비 투모벨 람제는 바셔다. 차브르다 아니 샹츠 아니 샹섬 양답이 따와 아니 람지도 넘바섬 젤레퍼 자데 샹츠섬 슈도 제와 녀도 송발라 때네 다 가르나 아니 타와키니 쇼저르스 아니 도지다 바시고 그래서
And so to enter into this the path of the Vajra vehicle through training in the common paths, common path to both Sutra and Tantra. So those are the renunciation, bodhicitta, and correct view. Right? So by training well in those common paths of the renunciation, bodhicitta, and correct view, and then you enter into the Vajra vehicles.
오케이. 드리다 다 대가르스나 아니 그 시바든 아니 레버 람데 셰바도 다 연대기 전에 년투다 랑 산지다 산제선비 타와 끈지 다 디나나 타와긴 초도 저와 안나 상가도 지타와는 주고 그래스.
And so this is called the supreme vehicle, right? The supreme Vajra, supreme because it's more, it's because they're higher than other vehicles like the Vajra, the Hinayana, like the hero's vehicle or soldier vehicle, and the Mahayana, the Bodhisattva vehicle. So among all these, the highest, most supreme one is the Vajra vehicle, and so you have to enter into the Vajra vehicle.
아니 도지에서도 바자스다 열매라 코운다 열매빨라 뭐 열매빨라 코스러와 바자스데 도지 직산 다 열매빨 직산 코니 직모 직.
So the Vajra here also means the unity, like united. So into one,
그러와 안에 다
inseparable or not separated.
먼저 저보다 남주 저보다 도진이와 아니 되게 탑다 혈미 저거 단 네가 가르나 탑다 혈미 열매 봐서 고고
So inseparable or unified, so like, when we in the pujas, right? So related with the tantric practice, we use the bell and vajra. So the bell and vajra that symbolizes the wisdom and method and wisdom. And so when we say vajra is unified or united, it's this unification of method and wisdom into one.
오케이
So inseparable of method and wisdom.
다 가르스나 아니 먼저 파신 대외에 놀라 탑다 혈미 카카냐면 제를 루치 제요 말에 아니 가 갈라 탑다 혈미 루치기 다냐면 제요 다 되지 요세
So in the perfection vehicle, and the Vajra vehicle and perfection vehicle. So in the perfection vehicle, you can't practice both method and wisdom at the same time with one mind. Yeah. But in the Vajra vehicle, you can practice both, method and wisdom by one mind, with one mind.
근데 얘다 안에 파신 태활에 사제 공부를 이렇게 오래 숙체용 거.
So because you can do both, with one mind, therefore it is much faster, to achieve enlightenment than through the perfection vehicle.
아니 파신 대외 전까지 담에서도 촉사발나 사제 공부도 고이래스.
And
나
so-
갑라이나 아니 다 소소 르반 냐는 봐야 보나 아니 지금 니도 제도 찔러야 아니 사제 공부 조금으로 도구에서 와.
And in the perfection vehicle, it takes 3 countless great eons, in order to achieve enlightenment. But in the Vajra vehicle, if one is fully qualified, and then can gain enlightenment in one lifetime of this degeneration time.
다들 다 차선 세워도 쉬는 거지. 간지에 도도 나가 채워서는 배나 나가 도 갑라야 간도 배나 샹지고 샘세지 그게 배나 섬섬도 따야다. 산지 고바 토벌 쇼니 되고 그랬다. 나 갑라 아니 소소소소 지 예담 되다 되게 남바 대 인삼네 냠냠고 나도 된다 샹지 샘바 인삼 공부에 와서 이제 샹지 샘 깨워라 쇼 샹바 깨워라 좀 이제 깨워라 쇼 샘마다 나 샹지 좀 인삼을 뭐나 갑라야 소소소 아니 예담 되다 되게 인삼이 나제 되 토게 다 내가 지금 요래.
And so in the sutra perfection vehicle, or in the sutra vehicle, you have Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, somewhere up there, right? High being, somewhere up there, and then you pay homage to them, you pay respect, and so you do that. But in the tantric practice, that very Buddha, that very Bodhisattva, or that very deity that you visualize that on yourself. So you generate yourself as that deity, not just keeping the deity somewhere high up there on the other side, but rather yourself generating in that form, and doing the practice.
대체와라 딩한데 야소소라 와도 고로 와마도 대체 좋아요 말이야.
And then, of course, in order to do that, you have to be initiated into or empowered, to do that. Without the empowerment, will not be able to. One is not permitted, to do that practice.
그래서 다 가서 드마트다 만든다 라마치베 가서 속까지나 당겨래. 배 당고 아니 대갑라야 와토 명예나 아니 소소하게 좋아요 말이야.
And so usually, when we do the pujas like Guru Puja or Tara Puja, there is a section where you bless the offerings, and before you do that, you have to generate yourself as deity. As an ordinary being, you can't bless, right? You don't have the power to bless. But when you generate yourself as the deity, then you have the power to bless it, right? So for that purpose, you have to generate yourself as the deity. So so if you have not received the initiation of that particular deity, then you are not permitted, to generate yourself as that deity.
이나 되게 예담되다 수수가 배낭 가로 무슨 곳에 다 텔로 곰네야 제 좋아요 왔어.
And so if in that case, if you have not received the initiation of that deity, then you can visualize that deity on top of your head, on top of your crown, and then imagine that deity on top of your crown is blessing the offerings.
오케이? 아니 다가는 배나 시리드 냠을 지가나 수수 시리드 인삼 고걸 맞어. 나 배나 Debra insan sharidi nyamjina te ngaw nyam yongo yomar.
So when you do the tantric practice of related with the Avalokiteshvara, then you have to generate yourself as Avalokiteshvara, and then you have to have this, we call it divine pride, in the thinking that I am Avalokiteshvara. So if you think that I'm a Deborah, instead of thinking I'm Avalokiteshvara, then it doesn't become tantric practice.
아니 되게 담에만 나지 알에 피길래 쪽대 된다고 내가 내가 선한테 담에만 나지 가고 그래. 저도 매워서 그러.
And you have to stop all the ordinary appearances. So they think that, oh, that's a pillar there, that's a table there, that's a television there. Those kind of ordinary appearances has to be blocked completely.
나도 남질하게 와봤나. 뭐 라마도 와한테 갈라야. 라마도야 구배 원거 아니 대예담 때다 땡귀임 받삼바다. 내간데야 아니 이시 라나가 특별히 그냥 삼블라운도 같아서 내 다굴굴 주소 공반 춘도대 가는 저가도나 공반들에 삼나 그 따다 차고 말이.
So that's why during the time when the Lama is giving initiation, conferring initiation, it says for that purpose, you have to visualize. You have to visualize the Guru as the deity, and the place where you are receiving the initiation as the celestial mansion or mandala of that deity. So instead, if you think, oh, I'm receiving this initiation at this Kurukulla Center premises or building, then you don't receive the initiation.
그러와 된리가 아니 땅 아니 나도 제대로 된리 신기대 딱 가산레스 가와상보레스.
And so
가산 좋은 증거 잡아도 되는
so those who have received that initiation and enter into the path, now the Vajra vehicle, are the fortunate ones. This is the holy gateway of the fortunate ones. So that,
된리가 냠내데 아니 가사 가와상보 대인 주사가 남가들이 해서도록.
And so the Vajra, that path of the Vajra vehicle, is the path or the gateway of the fortunate ones.
그러와 but now 5-star hotel에서 뭐 chat 선도사 감바들이 해서도.
It's like the 5-star hotels are for people with lots of money, right?
아니 차이나 들어서 주나도 다 그런 뭐 남지 찜받은 데서 상을 해서 차이나 맥도날드.
So people, the McDonald's and other regular restaurants are for ordinary people, right?
네, 여러 뭐지 첸도도 그 가도 해라. 남산 가도 왔어.
So you have a separate hotels, right? Kind of different, what do you call that, star hotels or yeah. So
Also in the 5-star hotel,
kind of
inside there is also there called suite, how is it called? Yeah, he knows the order the hotel.
separate kind of rooms,
How is
right?
it? Inside. Okay. That they can't chat so naggy so dosar was the kun salam garo.
So that's for the rich people, right? With lots of money.
And kamba chemada ragela katham tedo chiba. Tendigi tabda sherab ni konza kind of karo. Tichila luchigi nyamne chechoda lamga ta nyamne kanji suzu yedam tena tigna nyamne chowa tigi ta nyamne te ane kawa sambo jewa lamba tigi nyamne chetan yusatare nga tendi jewa tendi nyamne cheyagi toba cheba jela jewra sho shinjalabda so segeta.
And so that path, where you can practice both method and wisdom, at the same time, with one mind, is the path of the fortunate ones. So here you're requesting the Guru deity to bless you, to be able to enter into that gateway of the fortunate ones.
아니 다 되는 냠내 저번에 가르도는 아니 초나 투몽으로 도고 레지 다 디쇼로까지 맞지로더라.
And then after that, right? So in the next verse, it talks about, so through that practice, what do you achieve? You achieve the common and the supreme realization. So common and supreme realizations, right? So let's read that, the verse. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows pledged like my life.
다 대생으로 남니 드베자 남다 된디 성으로 남니 드발라야 아니 조금으로 다 말고 거라. 아니 된디 또 발라테네 조금으로 밀비 순주 자와 도제 정 공부 대당 야 텔라테네 야 지가로 딱 간지 냠내 셴바들 뭐 보셔야 들어봐. 네 라드다 민멘다 간조다 르르다 사고다 미나 찔린 그리고 다 가지 근데 냠내 뭐 든지게 무릎 넘버 2대 도발라
되게 도모들. 저도 도모.
난 저도 도모 그래. 당보다 저도 뭐지 이거 도모지. 든지 도발라 아니 돈바야 송고 그래. 남다 담도 돈바 송발라 지마미 병에 따때 송게 미근 레버지는 송게 삼발라 땡고 그래서
And so it's the supreme and the common realization. So supreme attainment, is the attainment of the the unification of Vajradhara, and then and so and then also there's a common realizations. So there's like other practices that you do that enables you to do the practice of this tantra. There are other realizations that enable you to, like the practice of taking the essence, the pill, and so forth like that. So that if you have that realization, you don't have to depend on like other kind of food. You just take one pill, and then that's it. You don't have to eat anything or drink anything. That will like survive you. So those kind of realizations. So that's one example. But there are many other practices. So those are the common ones. And so through that, and then you'll be able to do the practice much better and faster to achieve state of unification. And so in order to achieve those two. So then you have to keep the vows purely. So here you're requesting the Guru deity to bless you, to be able to protect these vows purely.
그러와 안에 다 될라야 안에 상주 선배가 배나 자동 접지 송고 그래 이제 제주 송고 그래 안에 상하다 봐이나 안에 자동 주적 몸보제 어때야 안에 대만가야 안에 리제 시당 시라가 담스만 뭐 어서 와서 자동 다 미근 레버지는 아주 미근 하는데 도도도 대가도 휴송 되는 게 송고 그래서 배나 상승이 자동 접지.
So then, so there, of course, here now it talks about the Bodhisattva vows, right? So there's you have to keep the Bodhisattva vows and then the tantric vows. So there are 18 root downfalls of the Bodhisattva vow, and then there is also 12 root downfalls of the tantric vow, and then the 8 the major transgressions. Sorry, 14. So 14 root vows, and then the 8 major vows, and so all these vows you have to protect, just like you protect your eyeball.
진짜 시제서 몸벌레긴도 와 쉬타와지 와도 배나 나 라메 연다 샤지 시제 마 먹어지 다나 쉬는 거리 한 먹을 때는 몸도 되는 인가 샤를 타오래.
And so once you have received the tantric initiation, then you have to know all these things. And then, of course, there are different classes of tantra, like that's action, performance, yoga, and then anuttara yoga, the highest yoga. And so all these kind of different, they have different vows, different commitments, to keep. So these are very important to know. So some people, they take initiation and then they don't know what classes of tantra of initiation that they have taken, and that's very risky.
대 나지던데 시제서 와 난거들나 죽쇼쇼지 아니 캘린더도 못 써야 돼 캘린더 지 가는 데 없는 될때도 오늘 캘린더 대 말이야 오늘 캘린더 넘어서더래.
And so then of course many people just like the Easterners, Westerners also very run after all this initiation, right? So they wherever people lamas are giving initiation, they run after that, to receive initiations, and then they always check, what is the commitment, what is the commitment is, and then what commitment that they check is whether there's a prayers to do or not, whether there's a mantras to recite or not. But that's not the main commitment. The main commitment is the vows.
근데 돈발라 아니 가주 니마 사자 geluk 조나차 강가 찍어지잖아 되래.
So the tantric vows, and like the Bodhisattva vows, are exactly same in every tradition, like Nyingma, geluk, sacha, kaju, chona, all these traditions, they all have the exact same vow for Bodhisattva vow and tantric vows.
그래서 mambo 같은 mam보들 가 와셔나 같은 돈바케 람베서 돈바카면 저 와셔요 말 와토요 말에.
And so the many people come to ask me, whether they have received these vows or not, when they have received the initiation. And says, if you have not received these vows, then you have not received the initiation.
나가 돈바시와라 팅을 샤주스면 돈바시고 샤주도 돈바시면 나가 돈바시야 요 말에.
And so before you receive the tantric vow, you have to receive Bodhisattva vow. Without Bodhisattva vows, there's no way you can receive tantric vows.
nga domba shimena ane sanga lamiga wanchin tobyo mare wangshuyo mare.
And then if you have not received the tantric vows, then you have not received the highest yoga tantra initiation.
아니 상주 쌤이 domba shimena 아니 다 그러고 샤주 셰제 와 이제 고마 와시 tobyo mare wangshuyo mare.
And if you have not received the bodhisattva vows, then you have not received, the initiation of the lower class of tantra, like the action tantra or performance tantra. You have not received those without the bodhisattva vows.
오케이? 제가 나니 가서 그저 자도를 못 치면 땅군데 상아 꼴아야 땅군데 좀다 땅군을 못 치는 건데 좀 간리시다 만두 나들 간리시건도 와 근데 공부도 송송아.
And so this is what Chado Rinpoche, who came here last time, the ex-abbot of Namgyal Monastery, the Namgyal Monastery that belongs to His Holiness the Lama, and he, is a very, very expert in tantric teachings, and even His Holiness consulted with him. Like in our appearance, of course, they both might be same, but in our appearance, like even His Holiness the Lama consulted with him about those practices.
아 되는 배나 가도 왕다 제나서야 돼 배나 왕도면 제나도 수초면 도
And so usually, we talk about there is kind of Ong, which is the initiation, and then Jenang, we call it, like empowerment. But
Blessing
actually, so actually, the Jenang, we call it empowerment, but consider a smaller one, with the simple deity, and then Ong, or the initiation, for like more the complicated deities, like with highest yoga tantra deity like that, is considered that. But actually, according to Chado Rinpoche, you can't receive Jenang, which is the subsequent. Actually, it's the subsequent permission, without the initiation, which is the first, the first permission. Then after that, then subsequent permission. So of course, subsequent permission means like you afterwards, right? After subsequent means after. So you have to receive that initiation first before you can receive the empowerment.
아니 배나 라미가 와이나 왕제 피해요 왕제 때문에 라미가 왕제 나가요 말은 삼삼 되는 용도 왔어.
And then also there is if it is the highest yoga tantra initiation, then there is the initiation substances to offer. If there is no initiation substances to offer, then you can't confer the highest yoga tantra initiation.
Okay, anyway, no, I'm not talking too much that. 근데 나때 시당 다 같이라서 information 하고 그래. 나 개마서 하고 그래 왔어.
It's just extra information for you, but most of you already know about it already, right?
근데 단들이 와서 당한테 나와 뭐 쉬자 다 돈바 뭐를 당 증가하고 뭐다 내가도 tunung돼 왔네 되고 그죠. tunung돼 왔네.
And so if you have received these vows and you don't know what they are, all this number of vows, like 14 root vows of the tantric path, or the 18 root vows of the bodhisattva vows, what are they? Then it's good to know that six-session Guru Yoga. If you know the six-session Guru Yoga, if you recite or chant that every day, then that that includes all those vows there.
아니 tunula 바지 저도 등공원 치시던도 마음보이지로 와. 등공원 치는 앱벌때때 농군도 와.
So there is this practice, or the text, called six-session Guru Yoga, which you have to do every day, if you have received highest yoga tantra initiation, especially like Kala Chakra initiation. If any of you have received that, then you must do that practice.
아니 대양 제디 마음도 와. 로셔나 제와. 맨은 제가 디바데 쇼로가 치무시오 말.
So there are many different version or length, of that text. So of course, the best is to do the most extensive one, and then if not, then do the middling, and if not, do the shortest one. Shortest one is only one verse, 4 lines only.
4 lines, right? I think 4 lines there. 근데 이제
I'll choose that one.
Okay, we can do shortcut, okay? 근데 이제 어떤 돈아 근데 가서 까지 돈바들 링 민좀만 때까지 내한테 와는 펜토고 되는 거.
And so that kind of becomes sufficient to reciting or having counted all the vows.
Okay.
Because that includes when you recite that, it includes all those vows.
And the song of the Shidon Sanchi Baby Michigan, public chat in Marta, Nazuchu, Shidon Domly public channel.
And so this practice, is called secret practice, secret tantric practice. So it's secret, it's called secret tantric practice because it has to be kept secret. Should not be displayed, in public. But nowadays, so it's everywhere, right? It's very easy, easily accessible. So it becomes more like a public, but usually, supposed to be kept secret.
Remember Debra, the one college, they teach about the Tantra. Right? Yeah, the laptop book should do the Tantra teach the country to it.
Yeah, in the school, college, they teach.
Well, that's the title of the course.
They're the course, yeah. Yeah, it is, exactly.
Course, but that's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, 지진의 따뜻한 거 미담을 봐지 다는 티도 주고 좀 말어. Yeah.
Marian, கொஞ்சம் கோதக்கா.
지진의 거 가가려고 저러서.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe it will be difficult, to find somebody to teach like that, who really knows about all the tantra, and someone, when they teach that, they will not teach. If there are someone who knows about real about tantra, then they will not teach about that. Maybe like in other religion also, like in Hinduism, they have like mantra, tantra mantra, and all this, like just reciting, some kind of prayers, some kind of mantra. It's called tantric practice. So maybe that, is not too bad.
근데 난이 더 하버드 같은 개종을 했어. 아니 딱 라마지가 상마지 상가의 간좀이 하버드 같이 틀린도야. 상가도 틀린도. 또 야본 말에서 되게 예뻐서 나 가르치 대람이 따지로 가르쳐 아요랬어. 아니 되게 라부됐어. 안내 간주 발는게. 시당 상마사세 대람이 때문에 수수도 개수소로 상마 여러 와서 되게 찍버렸어. 그냥 나도 드리는 시다지 강가천도 된 로그도 몇 개소는 그냥 계란 개와 계란이나 수수고 상마 샴발 마대는데 어떻게 찍버렸어. 아니 산지 출라대 요초거렸어. 뜻이 렌잡송. shumati kelagno des.
So there was also, panel or question answer in Harvard University, and somebody asked this teacher about the tantra, why it has to be kept secret. And this is the 21st century. Why you have to keep this, and you can open it up. And they say it's not about 21st century. Even in 21st century, you individuals have secret things, right? So we don't expose everything. We have some secret too, right? We keep that secret, right? We cover our body. Keep something secret, so you don't have to expose just because it's the 21st century, right? And so we each have secret things that we don't expose to others, and just like that, it's okay to have tantric practice, kept secret like that. And then they didn't answer, and they didn't question him. Ask any more questions. And so of course there's a reason for keeping a secret, because if it is if you don't keep it secret, or if you just display it and say I'm doing this, I'm doing that, then you don't gain realizations. That kind of hinders you from gaining the realizations. And so firstly that, secondly, if whatever you tell people, if they don't understand correctly, and if they misunderstand, then that might put them away from the teaching, put them make them like lose faith in the Buddha Dharma. So therefore so in Taiwan there is a big Buddhist community, a Sangha community, who say that Tibetan Buddhism is not Buddhism because of practice, because of Tantra practice there. So they say that's not Buddhism. And so that's because of misunderstanding, right? People have this thought, and they think that because you do that, therefore that's not even Buddhist. Because nowadays it's all exposed. Now if you go into Google, look for certain practice or certain deities, it comes up all there.
Today 다 간지에서나 상가 잡혀서 와나 today 다 대상가도 상가 냠렘 막 똑바로 수지 고야면데 주소서 고송하지. 맨날 똑바로 깨고요 말이.
So you can see the information there, but if you don't understand it correctly, then you might misunderstand it, and then you might say, "Oh, that's very strange," and things like that. Anyway, so because of that, in at this time, 21st century time, it's very difficult people to find people with a high realization. Have you come across with anybody with a high realization?
로섬 다왔섬 샤보섬 삼데는 말에는 콘도사스 나자 체틀레레한 거.
So even those who have done a very long, extensive retreat, the extensive retreat, 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, they retreat for that long time, 3 years, 3 months and 3 days. And then of course, not necessarily that if you did that many retreat, that long retreat, your mind will be subdued. So sometimes they come out, and they come out even more arrogant and more anger.
Is it always a tantric retreat, the 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days, or can you take a kind of retreat?
Everything, yeah. So 이놈책으로 왔어.
Usually, depends on who does it. How you do it. But usually, when we say 3-year retreat, so that's based on one deity. So before that, supposed to do right. You are supposed to do all the preparations, preparatory practices, like doing 100,000, like Vajrasattva, 100,000 prostration, 100,000 mandala, all these things you have done. After that, then you do the 3-year retreat based on one deity.
그때 연구해도 지지나 딱 그런 거쳐 만들어 이제 왔어. 딱 가서 된 통계를 얘기를 나 당번 밑에 왔다. 지지지지에서 존이 메리스 나 로섬 삼대서 당번대 무트 책인도 와. 딱 가서 지진 가서 노래했어. 참나 되게 딱고 몸에도 가지 가자는 통계를 지지나 가서 노래 이제요. 거쳐긴 이제 왔어.
So it could be also because of the difference in culture. Like in Tibetan culture, you never tell people what you have done, right? And so, I did a 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days retreat. You never say that. But in Western culture, maybe it's okay to say it, but they don't really like in Tibetan culture, it will feel like, oh, that person is very arrogant. He's like puffed with an arrogant or pride, and I think that, oh, I have done such and such practice like that. So there comes like some kind of a pride, that's what we see in our culture. Maybe in Western culture,
Maybe
they
not
don't,
that.
they don't have that. It's just our mind thinking that, oh, he's showing off, but maybe he's not really showing off. Maybe he's just being very honest and
Yeah.
telling you what he did.
그 인스 바로 왔어. Yeah.
Maybe.
대임이 지세가는 단다 배당 가서 못 했잖아. I am the doctor blah blah blah. 그 이집이 라고도 돼. 대임이 고야 그때 가자 인사 말에 대한 저 못했더니 제공도.
So like in Western culture, when you are doctor or you are PhD or something, you always say, "Oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a PhD." When you say that, right, in Western culture, do you think there's a pride in there, or yeah, or they think it's necessary for other person to know, so therefore I'm going to tell you.
I think both sides, yeah.
There may be a situation where it's not only proper, that it would be,
Yeah.
they should tell it, but then if they tell it in a situation where it's not necessary, then it might be a little.
내단 가rel라 되는 라고 지거든. 내단 가rel라.
아,
내단 가rel라 되는 라고 지거든. 내단.
다 갈라고서 사고 있어. 당근에 내가 첨부 도와주신 저도 첨부라 해나 다 수정 못했지 얘네마다 제거해서 와.
그냥 마시는 거 지금 알아
야, 제다
지금 말했어요.
제다 지질로서 때랭도 가지 수수
지금 말했으면 되는데 지금 맞아 맞춰야 돼.
가지 수수 당가 마차가 다때하 계시시하면 되시다.
It's very difficult,
Very
right?
difficult,
Very
right?
difficult. What kind of situation will make you to think like that, right? To say that situation, right?
To say what?
To introduce yourself as a doctor or PhD.
If you were in an academic.
Huh?
Educational panel, like you're
Yeah.
Yeah.
you speak as an authority.
Exactly.
So if you don't say that, then you think that, oh, people will look down on me,
What could we know? Think you have the.
and people might not pay
Education.
respect
Yeah.
to me, or people might not listen to me.
It's expected in academia.
Yeah. So if they don't know that you're a doctor, why would they listen to you, right? So if you want them to listen to you, then you have to say you're a doctor. So that because of that situation, right?
Anyway, the different culture, different situation. That doesn't matter. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Whatever. But main things, to what I'm saying. Subdue our delusions. Okay? Today that Takaruando.
That's all.
What I'm talking, yes.
Reflection, please.
Yeah.
What's the rationale for, well, some lamas will give initiations and you can take them as blessings and some don't?
Now we ask them.
Never any reason.
Yeah, this is really true. Gaje lama kaji pe tambo, kaji tambo ma. Shidang sanga de lama rale, lama ti korangi ta wancha chadang yosara was.
Yeah, so the Lama has the power, the right, to make the decision whether, to give it as an initiation or to give it as like a, full-fledged vow, so depends on the Lama,
Yeah, te ngone ngado ta lapshi marse. Gaje ta lama ti korangi kachi jindo. Kare
So,
kaji pe mezo ta tambo pe tomba so pe tambo yorse chate. Maje je cho marese inji che gogures. Kaji yang ta tambo mundo was.
Pendo tone dada,
Yeah.
pendo chedo. So it's depending on what the Lama see as a beneficial, so some
There's
days,
no special.
yeah, so you there's no like, fixed, say, okay, you can give this as a initiation and this as a blessing. There's no fixed like that. So it's like you said, same kind of initiation will be given as a, blessing, and others, they give us initiation with a very strict, vows to keep and so forth. So that depends, so whatever the Lama see most beneficial, then they will tell that.
Okay? Yes.
Ishma, could you say again, the two types of attainments, the common attainment, and what was you gave an example of a common attainment,
And the supreme attainment.
supreme attainment.
Yeah.
Is there only one supreme attainment?
So ta sanjiwa sanjiri yoro was. Jaga to shichase.
So the supreme attainment is the attainment of Buddhahood, actually.
That's
Yeah.
The Vajradhara, yeah.
Bana sanji ya samdo badar da kame. Sanji chomden dege bana ndo somi kala ya ani chokri na batene eso. Ma somi kala jawa to chik na basong. Tel kanga shaga tarwa.
So yeah, of course, it's the Buddhahood, right? So Vajradhara or Buddha Shakyamuni, they are same. Buddha Shakyamuni, when he gave the teachings on a sutra, then he came in an emanation form of like Buddha Shakyamuni, and then when he gave tantric teachings, then he came in the form of Vajradhara.
Shia sanji chomden de la loksa ya bana jawa to chikase kundong mumbo chichi ya sanji shimbaji yosa mare.
So the Vajradhara, with the blue, colored body and with all these ornaments and so forth, it's not like somebody separate, from Buddha Shakyamuni. It's the same emanation of Buddha Shakyamuni.
Bana ta lumba de lendo munde bana. Ngando bana michi ta ngando cholo la mbaka ko nalo la michi chikche yoro ta tepchi baro ngoro.
It's like, I don't know what they call, like actors, like coming in a different appearance, some as like a bad person or a good person or, or comedian or,
Yeah.
doctor or something like that. Anyway, so different, so it's the same person, coming in different appearance. Or like, where you wear a mask, with the performance, when you're performing something, you wear a mask, different mask, but same kind of person wearing different masks, and it's like that.
Yes.
Could you just talk in general about the Tantra college? Like, not every Lama who gives initiation has to go to the college, right?
Not necessary, Mount Kawala, Suzugo, one top, Tega, and the Suzugo, and some de Nyambasa Chatan Chegores.
So that's not the requirement, to give the initiation. You don't. The requirement, it's not a requirement to go to the tantric college. The requirement for giving initiation is that you have received the initiation yourself, and you have done the practice of that, and then there's only like a, it has to be completed. That you have done the retreat of that practice, of that deity, and then you have to complete it, with the fire puja at the end, So all these things. So once you have done that, then you're, permitted, to give initiation.
So in the Tantra college, do they learn, like, in the gelong, basic ones or all kinds?
All country.
Deities?
Yeah, all country. Okay? Okay, now we stop. Do the shortest one.